Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Glow Bros. And today, again, this is like the last video. Oh, my lighting is bad. 1 second. Anyway, guys, I changed my lighting. I closed the blinds. Why is the lighting still bad? If I go backwards or downwards, my face gets dark, kind of. Actually, it's kind of better. Hold on, let me close this blind. It's not the best in the world, but it's fine. Okay, I have to get close today. So today I'm going to be making slime. For this, you're going to be needing some glue. I'm using Elmer's, but you can use any brand. By the way, this is not sponsored. Nothing in my videos are sponsored. Then I have some contact lens solution. So this is going to be your activator. You are going to need something to hold your slime in. I'm using a plastic bag because I'm running out of containers. You can also use a container like these other slimes I made. Oh yeah, you are also going to be needing baking soda. And you're also going to be needing something to mix in, like a bowl. Or I recommend a bowl. You can also use a plate. And you're also going to need a mixing utensil, and I am using a spoon. It should be like, make sure you're using like a plastic spoon, because that works best. Because if you use like metal spoons, it'll just get stuck to it and you're gonna have to get rid of it. So I recommend a disposable spoon or just a plastic spoon. We actually reuse this spoon. So yeah. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is get your glue, your bowl, set the mixing tool off to the side. Just gonna want to open your glue. You might also want, you're also going to need a work surface if you don't want to get your surface messy. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you're also going to be needing food coloring. For this example, for this video, I'm using black. So you're going to want to unscrew the lid of your Elmer's glue. I'm using a gallon, so I'm not going to use the whole thing. Just going to want to squeeze it in. Squeeze it. If you're using like just a regular bottle of glue, you're just going to want to squeeze it all in there. At this point, you might want a napkin to wash your hands off. You're also going to want to wipe the sides of the glue bottle. Okay. So now you're just going to want to screw the lid back on. Like I said before, if you're using a small bottle of glue, you're just going to want to throw the cap and the bottle of glue away if there's no more left. Then you're going to want to get your contact solution. You can also use borax. So you're just going to want to take your activator, open it, and you're just going to, depending on how much glue you put in, so if you put in a lot of glue, you're going to want to put in a lot of activator, but not too much. if you didn't use that much glue, you're just going to add a little bit of activator. Make sure you get the whole surface. Then you're going to want to close up your bottle, and you're going to want to take your mixing utensil, and you're just going to want to mix it. Don't mix it too much to where it already gets solid. Leave it a little bit liquidy, like where it just feels like glue. And you're going to want to get your food coloring, and you're just going to want to open it. Food gel also works. If you're using food gel, just get a little bit and dip it in with a toothpick or whatever. This is also food gel, but it's in a tube. So you're just going to, if you're using food coloring, just liquid, you're just going to want to add like 4 to 5 drops. Then screw the lid back on, or just pop it on, depending on what kind. Then you're just going to want to mix it up, mix in the color, but still, don't make it to where it's solid yet, because if it doesn't turn hard immediately, that's what the baking soda is for. So then you're going to want to get your baking soda. That's what my phone was sitting on. 1 second, guys. I need to get the kickstand up. Why didn't I just use that before? I need to get on my knees now. Okay, so then you're going to want to take your baking soda. I also forgot to mention you're going to want measuring spoons. So you're going to take your half a teaspoon part. You're going to want to put in half a teaspoon of baking soda, because baking soda is like, it overactivates the slime mixture, which is what you want for it to become hard. If it still doesn't become slime after you keep mixing it for a long time, just get your activator, and you're just going to want to put a little bit more in. If you're using borax, the powder, you're just going to pour a little bit in. If you're using a contact lens solution, something that's liquid, you're just going to want to pour in just like a little bit. I put in a lot because it's not even working for me. Okay. So now you're just going to want to mix the whole thing together. You can't really see it, guys. Yeah, arranged again. If only I had a tripod, that'd be better. So you're just going to want to scrape it off the sides of the bowl. Scrape all the slime off the sides, and you're just going to want to keep mixing it until it comes hard enough so like you can touch it. You can get some off the spoon and like touch it, like pick it up and put it back on. If it gets stuck to your fingers, just rub your fingers together. If it's on both your hands, just do this, and if it's only on one hand, you can take the spoon and just scrape it off using the spoon, but first you want to clean it off before you do that. You can also use the other method. So once it becomes hard enough that you can touch it, you're just going to want to see if it's hard enough. Then just, okay, that's not hard enough. Okay. Okay. Now you're just gonna want to mix it some more. If it keeps sticking to your hands, you're just gonna want to mix it a little more. That works it around without you having to touch it in the bowl. If you don't want to touch it to get it out, if you don't want to pick it up for the risk of getting your hands sticky, you're just going to want to take a spoon and just spoon it out of the bowl. That actually leaves a good mark. It doesn't leave any marks, but on the sides it doesn't. But yeah. So then you have your finished fluffy slime. This method really works because yeah. So you can play with it. It can kind of be really wait, I lost my train of thought. So it can become it's real. So you can play with it. You can even sell it. Maybe. So this fluffy slime is so fun to play with. I've made a lot of it. I have a whole tower of it. I'll show you my tower in a second. So you're just gonna want to ball up your slime and put it into your container or your bag or your container or whatever you can store it in. Whatever you have is fine as long as it is airtight. It has to be airtight. Okay, sorry guys, I was distracted. Okay, so here is my tower of slime. So some of it is in two containers, like these two and these two. So the tower also said. So you have this slime, which goes in two different containers. That's one slime. So this is my neon green slime. So yeah, you just have to break it into 2 parts to store it. Yes, it takes some wrestling, but you can fit it in there eventually. Just have to rip it apart and stick it into containers. But to make sure both are kind of even. So it can be airtight. So just like this. It has to be an airtight container. So it doesn't dry out. If you don't put it in an airtight container, there's a 60 to 70% chance it will dry out. Because I have some other slimes that have done that. Which is how I figured out that it needs to be an airtight container. It's from the video of slime. Okay, anyway. So then I have the one I just made. It looks like dark purple, but it's actually black. It's supposed to be black. On the camera, it's black, but in real life, it's dark purple. So, this is the actual purple one. On the screen, the words look pink, but this is actually neon purple. This looks like pink. But if focus, if you can read it backwards, it actually focus. It actually says, neon purple. I'll show you one that I used that in a second. So I have the one that we just made. So the one we just made. 1 second. Be right back. I'm using the container. I don't really like the bag. This might need 2 containers, but I'm gonna see if I can fit it in one. Does take some wrestling. Maybe you can fit it in 1 container, depending on how much slime there is. If it's a lot of slime, then you can't. If it's a small batch of slime, then you can fit it in 1 container. Like this. If it's a big batch of slime, you're gonna want 2 containers. So you can split it in half, depending on how big it is. If it's really big, and you're gonna want to have 3 or something, 2 to 3 containers. Okay. So once you get it in, you can actually screw on the lid. It won't screw on or pop on. Just get a little bit out, add it to your little pile. Then you're just going to want to close the container. And you're going to want to get your other half of your slime, and you can put it in like a bag depending on how much more slime you have. If it's like not that much, you can put it in a bag. If it's like a lot, then put it in a container, because containers are much bigger than bags depending on the size of the bag. I'm using a sandwich bag, which is kind of big. You can also use like a snack bag or a whole nother bag. It just has to be airtight, so you can, when you know it's airtight and all the air is gone, it's when you can fold it up. So next I have another big slime. It's these two slimes, but it's the same slime, but I had to put it in 2 different containers because it's a big slime. So I have this huge slime. Oh, this was actually my second slime I made today with this method. My second slime I ever made with this method. Oh wait, no. I've made another thing with a kit using this method, but yeah. I didn't add food coloring. And I didn't use white glue. You can also use clear glue or any other type of glue, but if you're using clear glue, you can either leave it clear, but you're gonna want to let it sit for a few days in a container. Make sure it's airtight, and another option is to add some food coloring or like food gel, whatever you have. You can also add glitter or foam beads to make it foam. You can also add beads, just normal beads, to make it fishbowl slime or crunchy slime. You can call it whatever. So this slime is really fun to play with. It is really fluffy. It's really fun and easy to make. That's what I like about this recipe. So you can just split it easily into 2 and stuff it into each container. I don't know how, I just split it that perfectly. Huh. Okay. I got distracted by the TV again. Okay. So you're just going to want to split it evenly into each container when you're storing it. After playing with it, you're going to want to store it immediately after you're done playing with it, or sort of dry out, because I had another slime that I was done playing with, but I let it dry, but I forgot to put it in the container and it dried out. Whoa. So that one did not work here. So then I have my first slime I made that actually worked with this method. Actually, the other one that I just showed you actually was the best. This one I did not make with the bowl method. I actually used like a water bottle, and I shook it up to mix it. But I used these exact same ingredients, and it was really hard, which is why this slime didn't come out that well. So I like making the slime with the bowl, even though it makes a lot. But if you're just using a small amount of glue, then it won't be that hard to store. Okay. How am I gonna move this tower? Okay, I'll move that over here. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. And have a fantastic day. Wait, no, have a fantastic weekend. Bye.